It's time for Democrats to finally pick up that Senate seat in the state of Texas. The Associated Press reports that former Congressman Colin Allred launched another run for the U.S. Senate on Tuesday after his challenge against Republican Senator Ted Cruz last year broke records for spending, but did not deliver his party the breakthrough that it has sought for decades in the state. This time, Allred is seeking the seat of Republican Senator John Cornyn, who's facing a primary challenge from Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton in what is likely to be one of the GOP's most contentious contests in 2026. That's right. Ken Paxton is more from the MAGA wing. John Cornyn is a guy who keeps a very low profile from what I can tell. I mean, I don't hear a lot of people talking about him. He doesn't make much of an impression, really. I mean, Ted Cruz, especially compared to Ted Cruz ran for president in 2016. He's a staunchly conservative guy. He was well known for being really critical of Trump at first, calling him a bully and a coward, but then phone banking for Trump, and then when Trump took office, being like, Donald Trump is just amazing. He's so awesome. He's the most conservative president. He's the best. And just totally forgetting about all the damage that Trump did to him on the campaign trail, the humiliation, the insulting of his wife's looks. So yeah, Ted Cruz is very well known. He's a household name within the Republican Party. So this time, Allred's announcement has come just 7 months after he lost by nearly 9 percentage points to Cruz. That race was one of the most expensive in the country last cycle. A former NFL linebacker and attorney, Colin Allred is the first high-profile Democrat to declare himself a candidate in the race that Democrats see as their best shot next year at ending a 30-year drought in statewide elections in Texas. Beto O'Rourke came within 3 percentage points of defeating Ted Cruz in 2018, and he also hasn't ruled out a run. Beto O'Rourke, of course, is kind of moderate as well, although on guns, he definitely talks a big game about taking guns away. In a video announcing his candidacy, Allred took aim at both Cornyn and Paxton and cast himself as a fighter for those struggling to get ahead. Quote, I get it, real change might feel impossible, Allred said, but I'm not giving up. In response to the announcement, Paxton criticized Allred's positions on immigration and LGBTQ issues. Quote, Texans have already rejected your liberal values once. Now it's time for Texan voters to say no to your vision and values once more. That is the most Texas Republican thing to do, to criticize them on immigration and LGBTQ issues, as if those are issues affecting your pocketbook, as if those are issues preventing you from getting health care. Really? The culture war issues? Really? Those are your choice? I mean, he could have done guns too. You know, he could have been like, oh, you want to take our guns? Like the criticism against Beto O'Rourke when he said, hell yes, we want to take your AR-15s. Allred tried to position himself as a moderate in last year's race and made protecting abortion rights a centerpiece of his campaign. His supporters included Texas women who had serious pregnancy complications after the state's abortion ban took effect. But his campaign drew criticism early on from some Democrats who grew restless with his strategy of not packing his schedule with raucous rallies or investing more in smaller corners of Texas, including cities along the border with Mexico. Okay, so Allred, from what I can tell, is fairly moderate. He's big into doing bipartisan legislation. Now, I do know that he has a 100% rating from AFL-CIO, so generally someone who would be better on labor issues. But yeah, he's not someone who's like a social democrat necessarily. But yeah, I would rather have him in the Senate than either of these Republicans or Ted Cruz. Any of these guys, I mean, they're damaging the country so much with this big, beautiful bill that they're trying to pass. Anything that could make it less likely to pass a bill like that is a good deal. Do you think that Colin Allred could win? I think if the Republican Party screws it up badly enough, he could win in 2026. I think he could beat Ken Paxton pretty easily because Ken Paxton is a MAGA clown. And I think John Cornyn might be tougher because he's seemingly more normal, maybe a little more palatable to independents, but at the same time, he's kind of boring. He doesn't energize the conservative base quite like Ted Cruz does, but maybe they'll still vote for him anyhow because they're like, oh yeah, we have to stop communism or whatever nonsense about, oh, the far left is bad. But yeah, this is interesting. I love focusing on these midterms early on, seeing, during the odd numbered year, how these people launch their campaigns and get ready to fight against the other side and fight in a primary against their own side. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This is the more the merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.